Yo, what's happening, you know good Nido King? That's right, Dragapult Dusknoir feels even more powerful than it already did, thanks to the addition of Poké Pad. Before I jump into it, though, and break it all down and let you know how I'm utilizing it, gotta give a huge shout out, as always, to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the channel. They make a bunch of high-quality gaming accessories, but we all know them and love them for their card sleeves. A bunch of different types of sleeves, if you're not familiar with them. The matte sleeves, the non-glares classics, and dual mattes. I'm personally a big fan of their matte style, but the rest are great as well. And so many different colors to choose from. Honestly, as far as the dual mats go, though, I'm a big fan of the new like silver background ones they got going on, like this green apple and silver. It just looks really, really nice on the cards. Check them out over at dragonshield.com. A link will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So Dragapult Dusknoir, we all know it, 443 Dragapult. There's an argument to cut maybe the third Dragapult for a third Night Stretcher. I've been liking the third Dragapult recently because I feel like it's a big deal in the mirror match specifically, because we are going to be getting item locked early on from the Budew. So it's like one less card you need to find to actually like set up and play the game. And then I got a pretty thick Dusknoir line here. A whole bunch of different lines of Dusknoir have been going around recently. 1-1. We've been seeing some 1-1-1s. I like the 3 Duskull, especially a little bit more now, because we have more consistent access to our Dusclops and Dusknoir thanks to the Poké Pads. And that's like almost the bigger impact on the deck. Poké Pad is a big deal because it helps us find Drakloak, of course, but we find our Dusclops so much more consistently, and our Dusknoir, and can so much more easily set up into those big board wipe or kind of takeover turns that Dragapult Dusknoir is so good at, because Poké Pad can find Dusclops and Dusknoir. It's actually kind of ridiculous how much easier we ramp up into our Dusknoir. So I'm a bigger fan of the triple Duskull now, because not only does it let us get double Duskull into play more consistently to become the Dusclops, and of course combo with Night Stretcher like chain Dusclops, stuff like that, but having that backup Duskull for when you go for a more aggressive Dusclops play on like turn 2 or turn 3, and you might not even break the Itchy Pollen item lock, being able to then Buddy Poffin to reestablish Duskull into place to set up for a more powerful following turn is just really, really nice, and it makes so much more sense now that we have Poké Pad in the deck. And I don't run Rare Candy right now, haven't been trying out Rare Candy yet, for the same reason as like it's so much easier for us to find our stage 1s than it usually was. It feels like Rare Candy probably has less value overall. You can make the argument that the possibility for Candy Dusknoir is higher because we can Poké Pad for the Dusknoir, and that would be true, or that is true, but I don't think it makes it worth it for sure to play the Rare Candy. So I'm not against Rare Candy in Poltnor right now, just haven't really tested it yet. Really want to just kind of go bare bones. I know we're going to have more consistently in finding our stage 1s, which means that value of Rare Candy I think definitely goes down, but overall could still see Rare Candy being worth including. Of course we got double Budew, of course we have Ursaluna, although honestly I have not been using Ursaluna very much. I haven't been hitting a ton of Golden Go on ladder, though, which is generally one of its better matchups to be able to close out games. So would need further testing to come to the conclusion on maybe cutting the Ursaluna, to be honest. Fez, Hawlucha, Latias, of course, the staples. For the supporter lineup, I decided to try and cut Hilda completely. Hilda definitely has way less value in the deck than it used to. One of Hilda's strong suits was finding Drakloaks, but now that we have 4 Poké Pad, finding Drakloak really isn't an issue. Same thing with Dusclops and Dusknoir. The one thing Hilda can do that Poké Pad can't is it can find our Dragapult EX, but if we're getting more Drakloaks online faster to cycle through our deck, we're more likely to find our Dragapults, and that is something I found with the deck overall, is how many more Drakloaks we get set up on turn 2 more consistently because of Poké Pad. Finding Dreepy and finding Drakloak is so much more consistent that it's like we just kind of find everything faster, and that kind of makes sense, of course. So Hilda, definitely not as good in the deck as it used to be. I'm not 100% against Hilda because, of course, it doesn't just find evolution Pokemon, it also finds energy, and Neo Upper Energy is pretty good to find, of course, but I'm finding kind of the same thing with the Drakloaks. As we get Drakloak set up faster, more consistently, which means we are more likely to draw into our Neo Upper Energy that much sooner. So far, I really haven't missed Hilda, and I've actually just opted for another heavy draw supporter in a research. So 4 Iono, 4 Lillie, and a research. I still have the Turo in here. There's been a decent amount of Mega Absol box going around, and of course the clutch from the Yveltal can be a little bit annoying to deal with, so to help kind of mitigate that potential for my opponent, currently running the Turo. 3 bosses orders. This feels like pretty big in the mirror match, honestly, as well. And I could even see, because of how popular mirror match has been, I don't know how if it'll maintain that popularity moving forward, but actually cutting a counter catcher and going up to 4 bosses orders. I know it sounds a little crazy, but with how much more often, once again, we set up our Drakloaks and have that extra draw power in play consistently in games, it means we're less likely to need to do counter catcher combos, and boss could be played more often in scenarios besides the mirror match. So I could see, honestly, going down to 2 counter catcher to go up to 4 boss to even be more teched for the mirror match. But not sold on that yet, just kind of like a thought, something to maybe test out further on your guys' end. 4 Poffin, 4 Poké Pad, of course, down to just 3 Ultra Ball. And of course, that does mean our outs to our Dragapult, Latias, Fez, and Ursaluna are less. But once again, we set up Drakloaks so much more consistently, so we see that many more cards every single turn, which kind of mitigates that factor. And I guess I would go... So one more thing I'd put with that is also we like cycle through our deck a lot more aggressively. Like we, even if we already have like 3 Drakloaks set up, when we find a Poké Pad, we can play the Poké Pad, go get a Dusclops, go get a Dusknoir, go get like the 4th Drakloak, a Hawlucha, a Budew, get those dead cards out of the deck, or, you know, develop our Dusknoir line a little bit more on the board. But those are less cards in the deck that we don't want to see, which increases our odds of seeing the cards we want to see off of something like Drakloak, or even playing a draw supporter for turn. So going down to the 3 Ultra Ball has felt fine so far. I haven't felt like I've been missing Fez when I need it, or missing Latias when I need it. I guess Latias would be like maybe the one standout there, because like Latias is usually something we want on like that first turn of the game. 1 less Ultra Ball, the odds on the Latias are definitely decreased a little bit, especially like also going with that, not playing anything like a Dawn or a Brock Scouting, something like that. But overall, I haven't felt like I've overly missed it. 2 Night Stretchers, 2 Jamming Towers, and I am down to just 6 energy so far in the deck, and this has felt fine. Could definitely see going back up to 7, or increasing the Ultra Ball count to increase our odds of finding Latias on that first turn, because that is what that extra energy feels like it does for us, is it just helps us get into Budew on that first turn in the game. So it's not just about finding energy attachments that build up into our Phantom Dive, but it's also about just getting into Budew turn 1, where that 7th energy can help us. But yeah, overall, Dusknoir, this feels like the best it's ever been, and honestly, the deck is so much more consistent at pulling off those big plays, like I mentioned, that I don't even know how bad our Gardevoir matchup is anymore. They have to really be on point with their tempo plays to actually keep up with us. I can actually see Gardevoir decks having to kind of pivot into a more Frillish-based build for that turn 1 item lock, like across the board, to actually be able to keep up with the consistency of Poké Pad, because I don't know if the TM Evo builds will actually be able to do it anymore. We'll have to wait and see, because it's actually absolutely absurd how consistent Dragapult Dusknoir is. Let's jump some action, and I'll show y'all how ridiculous it truly is. Dude, don't donk my Budew, please. It'd be really rude if you donked my Budew. Mirror match? Zorak, okay. Okay, I'm not saying they're cheating, but that's not normally. As Duskull? Duskull Dreepy? No, we're chilling. We have a Lillie. Oh, we don't have any. We didn't hit any Poké Pads for Drakloak, so we'll see. It's not great. It's not great. Very good. Very good. No Drakloaks into triple Drakloak is crazy. Research into triple Drakloak? That research already coming in clutch. If it had been anything else. Actually, honestly, Hilda here would not have been terrible. Hilda, get a Loke, chilling. I'm kind of scared of that the Darmanitan potential here, though. I'm not gonna lie. A little scary. Although, what if I went Boss, Darumaka, Itchy? I'm kind of down for it, to be honest. Let's go for it. They can Dark Energy Monkey Dory KO my Budew, but I'm okay with that. I think. We cooking like that? I don't even really want to give up this Night Stretcher. The Night Stretcher seems like so high value to try and retain. But I might be overthinking it. We'll see what this is, and we can just like take the bad card, Ultra Ball MEG, get another Drakloak, play the research. But like if we hit like a Lillie here, I've definitely just like played the Lillie, returning the. I don't. Itchy. All right, anything's possible next turn. Think Typhlosion might be viable for NAIC? No clue. Well, they can't play Turo, but they could still have Air Balloon or Castle to like make a big play happen. They're not. Yeah, they still have potential for huge plays this turn if they got it. That's not a very big play there, buddy. I kind of just want to KO this. I'm gonna start with Lokes here, actually. Dude, being able to Poké Pad for what is it called? On that midnight for Dusknoir is insane. Like this is just. I gotta do it like this, right? Well, if I want it to make it work. Yeah, beat him like that. That is stupid. Am I going too far with this play? I mean, I'm not guaranteed anything, I guess. Need the energy still, I guess, right? But if I get it, it's pretty sick. No! We whiffed the energy? Bro, that is so bad. I don't know, Itchy Paul on this thing again? Yep. 6 energy, what could possibly go wrong? Bro, do you know how many cards I've seen over the last 2 turns? Like, don't hit me with that bullshit. Is any heroes legal for challenges yet? No. Might be cooked. Nah, it's never cooked. It's never cooked. Never chalked. Sometimes chalked. Would Lillie be better there? No. Definitely just want to cut down their hand size. Papa Dusclops. Oh, they didn't take the free prize card on the Budew. I expected them to do that, actually. Dude, this is going to be tough to win now. It's going to be so tough to win. It's going to be so hard to win this. Holy smokes. All right, I need energy. A little bit late. I actually don't even know what I want to do here now at this point, right? Like, what do we even do? I'm like a KO Zora, KO Monkey Dory. Put them down to 4. They want to KO a Dragapult. That seems fine. I don't have a better play, I guess. Yeah, I don't have a better play. And see what they have on the next turn. Do we spread damage to force them to Turo? No. Oh, I see what you're saying, because they don't have... Oh, because then I just lose to Turo. And they have pretty high odds of having Turo. But they could even do like a Flame Body Cannon play next turn and they would be fine. Now, if I don't draw prize cards this turn, we probably just lose. Well, then I just insta-lose to a Turo. Like, I literally just... yeah, I just insta-lose to a Turo then. It should be fine. Do we assume Liam's list or Zekrom list? I mean, you always assume there's a Zekrom in there. Also, it's not Liam's list because they play Mochi. But even if... Yeah, there's never not a Zekrom in the list. It could be, like, initially inspired by Liam's list, but you always assume there is a Zekrom. Not playing Zekrom in there would be crazy. I'm sure there's some people out there just copying Liam. Oh, I guess if someone's prepping for, like, a tournament in this format, sure. Or, like, someone's prepping for Seattle. Then I guess there's validity to it. We cycle the deck so aggressively now with, like, Poké Pads. Like, we see 6 million cards a turn. They did give me game, yeah. I just realized that. They definitely put Petron on the bench. Oh, but they're doing it because they're going to KO my active? But that's not... Yeah, they lose. What? Maybe they have a Turo? Maybe they're going to poison themselves and then Turo the Petch out of play? They could have that, I guess. That is an Iono. But they give me counter catcher availability as well. Was Guardy still an unfavored matchup without Candy? Guardy will probably just always be unfavored for Pulp. Candy or no Candy doesn't matter. You're always unfavored. Well, actually, it comes down to the Guardy build. It never comes down to what Pulp plays. It almost always comes down to what Guardy plays. But if you play Candy, you have a... There's more Guardy builds you can beat. You become all of a sudden 50-50 to favored against, depending on what they're playing. But yeah, whether or not you're favored against Guardy comes down to the Guardy player more so than anything. They don't even KO my active here, do they? Or my troll, is that enough? That's not enough. If they copy Darm, that's like too slow, right? 90. What? Was my boss on the bottom of the deck, right? So I only Drakloak right now if I want to evolve. Which I don't know if I do. They could recover. They can go like Turo. Win with Clops. Do we win with Clops? I don't think so. They have 4 prize cards left. If I give them a bench space, they would be able to go Monkey Dory, Energy KO. They could possibly win if I give them a bench. I think I'm going to evolve this one, to be honest. I lose all my draw power, but then it gives me like a win condition through Turo, I feel like. I don't know. I want to be able to like Darm plus Monkey. Monkey this, I can push this. They can't Darm win. I don't know. I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to punch them really hard and see what happens. And then put 6 on, I don't know, this so I can KO it off the bench later with Hawlucha maybe. Seems fine. I think I just can't give them a bench space, right? That's the one thing I can't do is give them a bench space. We assume 2 Zekrom, 1 Reshi, or 1-1. I mean, I would assume 1-1. If you're playing Darmanitan, you should have enough tagging options, but... Why don't you attack with the 290 Pult? Because then they could Monkey Dory this plus Darm KO, but if they Monkey Dory this, they can't Darm for the win. They go Turo. Does that make sense? Yeah, they would need like a counter catcher or a boss, right? Or they can't counter catcher. Yeah, specifically they can't counter catcher. Oh, should I put 2 on the Budew, actually? I maybe should have put 2 on Dew. So I actually could on Hawlucha KO this, Because they can't leave this in the active. So I actually probably should have put 2 on Budew. I don't know where the damage should have gone, man. But then if they want to just, like, send this up and punch me... Okay, they're doing something else. Sure. Boss Night Stretcher, I mean, I should be able to win off that. Actually, I don't have an energy in the discard pile. Maybe I can't win off that. They've got to be KOing me, right? It's got to be a Flame Body Cannon, KO this, for sure. Then we should go with Boss. And they're throwing everything at me. But I definitely should have split the damage. I should have gone 2 here. So I need to make it so I could win with Hawlucha on these 2. So I need to go 2 damage here. So it should have been like 2-4 or something like that, I think. Yeah, like 2-4 or something like that. By doing this, I could Turo the Budew here, theoretically, by drawing to Turo to buy myself another turn. Well, I mean, I'd probably lose. They probably have combo, but maybe they don't, right? Never know. Let's get it. Dude, more Wally's Compassion? More Compassion? One damage counter mattered, though. I don't know if it would have mattered, because they drew the heal cards anyways, to be honest. It maybe would have mattered. It maybe would have mattered. But they had the heal card anyway, so... I still should have done the correct play. I definitely made a mistake. Would you rather play Paltar or Paltnor? No clue. If I get Lone Dreepy, it just dies. But doing them is so weak. Alright, I'm just gonna get Lone Dreepy. It all sucks, so... Yeah. It's just all bad. Hopefully they have to KO the active. That's what I'm hoping for. They KO the active. Let me just go from there. So I'm watching the stream while doing my calc 3 homework. Got 90 questions due by tomorrow. Wish me luck. Best of luck with your calc homework. Okay. Putting Pheasant play is so bad, I'm going to try and avoid it, I think. It's unavoidable. Just throw the thing out there. I'm not avoiding it this game. I can maybe Turo it late game, but it is not avoidable. I have 2 Psychics and a Luminous left, so I probably have to give up the Luminous, right? I don't think playing the Jamming Tower ever makes any sense. I should always save it. I mean, if we survive till next turn, we're actually in an okay spot if they don't have like too big of a... They don't evolve too much stuff. That's it? All right, come on. We gotta pop off, man. I might commit to like doing something this turn, right? I'm not gonna play around. Yeah. I think counter catcher here, right? Yeah. I mean, I would have preferred. Now that I just drew the Lillie, I feel like I should just commit to the Lillie. I don't love giving up the Jamming Tower, but I feel like it's correct. I could have like Drakloak for try and look for a dead card, but I don't know. Okay, we got the play, and we got the Iono for the follow-up. So this is like guaranteed dub now. We're not losing this. We don't lose these. I can go pretty low on the prize count here. Yeah. 9, 3, 3, yeah. Big okay with Duskull. I could put one. I kind of want to bench another Duskull this turn. I kind of want to keep the Dreepy, but I don't see a way to keep the Dreepy. It's fine. Oh, well, I prized the Duskull, so. Drakloak. Did I prize it? I mean, I must have, right? That's fine. I would have benched a Dreepy if I knew that, but. Burn him. Yeah, I would have just benched Dreepy there, just held the Ultra Ball. Yeah, that makes things a little bit more awkward. I did just get rid of a Jamming Tower as well. I don't know where my other one is. Definitely makes things more awkward. I feel like they always push Soul Rock, so maybe Mako Heater to force Evolve. No, I'm gonna KO this off the bench. I'm gonna get a counter catcher next turn. If they don't take a knockout this turn, we literally just win. If they do take a knockout this turn, then I'll definitely be able to get access to counter catcher between Iono and Drakloak, and then like board wipe them again. But now that they have the battle cage, I'm actually not sure how this is gonna play out. The battle cage makes things awkward. Oh, wait, was my stream lagging earlier, or was it still lagging? Is it still lagging right now? I just saw that I dropped some frames. It was earlier? Oh, okay. It's been on and off all night. Wait, has it actually? I feel like it's got to be a Twitch thing. I don't think it's my internet. Battle cage meta. In a battle cage meta. It's fine. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Could have had triple Drakloak this turn though, which would have helped me find my last Jamming Tower. Now gonna be a little bit more difficult for sure. If I can go knockout, we'll be fine, and then just Hawlucha KO that later. All right, second Jamming's in the deck. Well, we should be able to get there. Iono counter catcher. Or I mean, well, at least I counter catcher KO that, right? At the very least. Stadium is what I meant to say. Jamming Tower? We still win next turn, so it should be fine. Phantom Dive into Hawlucha, get Stadium Bump, thing, Phantom Dive, knockout win. Yeah, just don't let him set up the Lucario, right? The only thing that's scary is Lucario. Everything else is really scary on their board, so. You gotta play your own battle cage before your opponent so they can't bump it. And you get its one-sided effect. True. Gotta remember that. That's why I don't run Fez and Lucario. Shake my head. Yeah, Fez and Lucario is pretty iffy for sure. Super iffy. Ultra iffy. Oh, I don't have this. Well, if they KO this, though, they give me Fez draw. But they might. Oh. They're getting tricky with it. I did not expect the Iono, to be honest. 2 boss on the bottom. 1 counter catcher left. I don't know if it's prized, though. Oh, and they got the knockout? But they give me Fez draw now. But now I definitely just play for the boss. Counter catcher is there. 2 boss as well. Okay. I actually maybe had guaranteed. I maybe guaranteed had game if I played research. Research plus Fez sees so many cards. I was maybe guaranteed counter catcher plus a way to find a Lucha. I got the boss anyway, so it's fine. But I didn't know if the counter catcher was in the deck or if it was prized. So battle cages there, they made things a little tricky. They made it a little tricky, especially because I discarded my early jamming tower, but they didn't find the battle cage fast enough to make it like super relevant. You need to be playing like 3 or 4 battle cage. Honestly, that might be one of the things we see from some decks at Champions League. Is like some decks playing like 4 battle cage. That's right. That was the problem with Dragonite. Is like you have to shuffle it back to the deck. No idea what we're up against here. I think we just like set up our board like this. Then we see what our opponent's playing and kind of go from there. Who knows? Well, this does make it difficult, if not impossible, to get into like a Budew line. But maybe we don't need a Budew line. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, if they take a turn 1 knockout, I guess we can get into it though, just fine. Loki play Spit Shot Cram, discard 3 does 120 anywhere for triple colorless. It only snipes 1 spot. Oh, okay, I kind of like that. Well, yeah, the deck needs some kind of like sniper like that. Yes, I like that. Wait, what is the energy cost? It's triple colorless, right? You play an extra water and secret box? Well, I was thinking like playing like 4 vessel, to be honest. If you want to play water pawn, yeah, I think you have to play like 4 vessel. I don't know. Not playing water pawn seems terrible in the deck though as well. Maybe we can play like a 1-1 split. 1 water pawn, 1 of the cram. I do like the idea of that cram, to be honest. Yo, he's eager. He's trying to get in there. Oh, who the fudge is that? Huh. Whiffing energy attachments here would be pretty miserable. Doing here would stop like a candy play, but it's like not stopping that much at this point. I think I just get rid of these. Just want to progress through the deck more. I guess I'm losing a Dreepy here, and I don't have a backup Dreepy, which is unfortunate. I can't use Dusclops. Well, I can KO this thing eventually, right? Like we could get the KO. That's not that bad. Okay. I'm trying to get aggressive next turn. Wait, can I attach active? Can they even KO my active here? They can't KO this Drakloak, right? They have a fan orb in the active. They jet. They don't play cards to discard. They can't KO this, right? Am I missing something? They don't play Balloon. They don't play a way to discard Psychic Energy. I think I can. I think I can just attach this here. I think it's safe. Patch plus Jet? No, but they don't have a way to get the Psychic in the discard pile. There's no Psychic in the discard pile. Evolving this would mean they could trap it, so I can't do that. Yeah, I think that's safe. They can KO Duskull this turn if they want, but I don't really care about that. That's fine. They don't play, like, a way to do plus 20 damage, do they? How the fuck did this get in the active? I don't even remember. Wonder Patch? No, but they don't have Psychics in the discard pile. Oh, fuck. I forgot about Enhanced Hammer. No! I should have attached Basic Psychic. Attach Psychic Active, retreat to the done. Oh, true. Yeah, they could attach Psychic Active, retreat, Wondrous Patch. You're right. I was like, am I missing something? Can they just not do it? Fuck. All right. Yeah, you're right. They could go Hard Retreat, then Wondrous Patch. Yeah. I was like, dude, I was like, I'm pretty sure they can. But yeah, I was blanking. They had an out. All right, whatever. We reset up. Still should have attached the Basic Psychic. And honestly, they didn't get there. So if I had just attacked here this turn, we would have been in like we could have set up some plays next turn. For sure. Now things are a little awkward. A little more awkward. Actually, I should probably Iono here. Because they have such a big hand. And I have 3 more Ionos later. I don't want them to boss KO. Yeah. Another Duskull? Is that even bad? Potentially not. I'm going to try and get through the duck eventually, so... Actually, but I mean, I have a really good... I really don't want them to chase my one that will have the energy, though, so... I should Iono here, because it decreases the odds of them chasing. Or I could evolve it to Dragapult as well. Nah, I kind of want to draw... Well, maybe I should just evolve, to be honest. But they actually could have got... They could go, like, Zam to Dunsparce. They could maybe still KO, to be honest, yeah. Seems fine. Turo would allow me to start attacking next turn, actually. Let's go for the Turo here. I can't do any of that because there was no Dunsparce in play, so they can't retrieve in Wonder Patch. Oh, was there not a Dunsparce in play on the last turn? Are you sure? No Clops Evo? No, because then they just boss it and trap it because of the duck. And that buys my opponent so much time. We can't Clops Evo until the turn we set up the duck. They use it? Oh, yeah, they did. They did use it. Yeah. Baited by chat again, bro. God damn it. All right, we got a line. We have a line developing here. The Duskull army is ready. They're ready to get rumbling. Like, we're ready to cook. If it was a person, I'd do. If YouTube was a person, I'd hit them. Chill. Okay, when the duck itself means they just Night Stretcher, right? Okay, so I think I go... Ultra Ball these. Dragapult. I would evolve to a Dusclops here if I had one, but I just don't have one. Gimme Bump. Evolve. Neo Upper Active. And then do I boss KO the Kadabra or the Alakazam? It's one of them. And then 6 on Duck. Which is it? Dabra cuts off some draw. It does, yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's get rid of the draw potential. Did I have second jamming in the deck? Actually, I didn't check for that. I didn't actually check for Jammy 2. Should have bossed it Unsparse? No, because this play lets me just like chain KO Alakazams to win the game. This plays, I think this play is better. Especially because like I'm not like KOing to Unsparse would be if I'm trying to stop them from winning the game this turn, maybe. But I'm not trying to stop them from like knocking out my active this turn. I don't really care what they do this turn, to be honest. Well, I kind of care. Like if they have Enhanced Hammer Boss, I'm in trouble. But if they don't have that play specifically, I don't really care what they do. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. I'm pretty sure KOing Kadabra is literally always better than KOing the Dunsparce. Unless for some reason I thought their third Alakazam was prized. But played post rotation format today, and the first impressions are that Pult is BDIF. Pult without Dusknoir. I could see it. Seems pretty good deck. Pretty good options. We tried King Gambit Nor. It's fire. Nah, that's got to be some cheeks. Don't talk to me about King Gambit Nor ever again. And that was a broken attack. Yeah. Well, I feel like, I mean, Dragapult's got to be like way more vulnerable, right? Dude, are they just not attacking this turn? Dude, how is if my Dragapult survives? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. If my Dragapult survives, pack it up. Hits the numbers and only gives up 2 prize cards. What? Dude, how is that their turn? How? There's no way. What did they do on their turn? Nothing? Oh, it right into the jammy. Orsh. Can I get a Dusknoir? Luminous Energy is still pretty good too. That protects me. I just boss KO this thing now, right? I don't even think I play the Jamming Tower. I think I go attach here. Boss this thing. Play this? No, I don't even think I play that yet. I just punch. If they play 3 Enhanced Hammer, they could get me here. They could go EHAM, boss knockout. Army is okay, but the damage is a bit too low if you weren't able to cheesy at ops. Set up turn 2. I honestly feel like Starmie is like a go second Salvatore deck, to be honest. I think Starmie can be good if your opponent doesn't play Shaman, but like if everyone's prepping for Starmie, Starmie kind of sucks, it seems like. Gotta be cheeks. Salvatore was great. We played 2 Meowth to find it. Yeah, I feel like you need the turn 1 a cheese attack. Starmie is like a super cheesy deck. Super cheese. You probably don't do like the full 4 Salvatore that I saw some lists running, but Salvatore 2 ain't bad. 2 Meowth, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Salvatore, 4 Bookie Gear. Or Call Bell. Actually, Call Bell might rotate. I should have to draw 4 prize cards this turn, right? Call Bell doesn't. All right, there we go. Or I get the Poké Pad so then I can thin the Dusclops out of the deck. So I get to take 2 cards out of the deck. Does that even make sense? I feel like it kind of makes sense. I can go Jamie, Lucha, okay, yeah.